Nothing happened while you were gone. Like for me, nothing. I had experienced nothing.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bro, this is literally.
We gotta at least finish the story.
It's going off again.
What the f was that?
Camping is usually a nice activity where we experience what it means to live appreciating nature and all that is out there. But there are some things that are out there that cannot be explained. The loud screams and voices, the movements of shadows, and the loud bangs we hear in the woods. These are some of the most scary camping experiences caught where supernatural activities right on camera. In this live stream, YouTuber Angelo and his two friends ventured out to the Mojave Desert to explore an abandoned mill with a sinister reputation.
Somebody up there? We're just exploring the building. Don't mind us.
Rumored to be haunted and tied to the gold rush era, this mill sits in total isolation about an hour outside of Las Vegas. The eerie setting was the perfect backdrop for what would become one of the scariest nights of their lives.
What the fuck? Bro, that was like laughing. Yeah. What the fuck was that?
From the moment they arrived, the atmosphere felt off. The group noticed signs that someone or something had recently been there, a brand new, unopened bottle of water, and scattered belongings. These discoveries hinted at the possibility of a squatter, but didn't explain the strange noises they were already hearing. Laughter and whispers echoed through the mill, making it impossible to tell whether they were alone or not. As they explored deeper into the site, their unease only grew. Shadows flickered across walls, and movements in their peripheral vision kept them on edge. It wasn't long before they started hearing other, more mechanical sounds, like clanking metal, as if the long-abandoned mill had suddenly come back to life.
About the desert and
Chris. Oh!
The group's nerves were already frayed, but being in the Mojave Desert came with additional dangers. They knew the area was home to rattlesnakes and mountain lions, and while they couldn't confirm whether the noises were paranormal, human, or animal, they weren't about to take any chances. To stay safe, they built a campfire, hoping it would keep away both wildlife and any unwelcome visitors. But the night only got weirder. Around midnight, they noticed strange lights moving in the distance. The way the lights floated and darted across the horizon didn't make any sense.
Angel, listen.
Hey, yo, guys.
Somebody's walking out there on the gravel.
Yep.
It's like a person's walking.
At first, the group joked about the possibility of aliens, but the longer they watched, the more uneasy they became. Then, just as suddenly as they appeared, the lights vanished without a trace.
Come on, that's what we're here for, right?
More plate.
I suppose. All right, maybe we'll go this way first.
I'll say ground watch.
Where we heard whatever was moving?
Ground watch.
Ground watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
The combination of bizarre noises, shadowy movements, and mysterious lights left the group completely rattled. Angelo even caught what sounded like a disembodied voice on camera, a chilling moment that sent shivers down their spines.
Maybe we should leave soon before we get bulldozed. Is somebody like upset that this place is destroyed? What the f is that? That was like a... What is that?
very similar to what me and Chris heard in that building down there.
Like a howl, kind of?
Was that? No, that was like a voice. That was a woman's voice.
By this point, they felt like they were being watched. Every sound seemed amplified in the stillness of the desert, and every shadow seemed to move with intent. The group tried to push through the fear and stay the night as planned, but it became clear that their safety wasn't guaranteed. In the end, they made the tough call to leave the site. What started as an adventure to document potential paranormal activity turned into a race to escape the growing sense of danger.
All right, so we are packed up because we saw someone coming, not a freaking clue where they went, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just get the fuck out of here. It's probably for the best.
As they drove away, Angelo and his friends couldn't help but reflect on everything they'd witnessed. Were the noises and lights the work of restless spirits tied to the mill's history? Could there have been someone or something lurking in the shadows, watching their every move? While the truth remains a mystery, one thing is certain: this was an experience they won't soon forget. The Superstition Mountains in Arizona have long been surrounded by eerie legends and mysteries. Known for tales of the Lost Dutchman's gold mine, the area has drawn treasure hunters for generations, but many who venture there never return, adding to its reputation as one of the most haunted places in the Southwest.
Clues. The precise location of the mine has never been found. Apparently, like you said, there was deaths and disappearances over the years, countless adventurers and treasure hunters. You said there was like people found decapitated?
Yeah, they found 2 men decapitated in the vicinity where the mine is believed to be.
The story of the Lost Dutchman's gold dates back to the 1800s, when a German immigrant named Jacob Waltz claimed to have found a hidden gold mine in the mountains. But after his death, the location of the mine was lost, sparking a century-long hunt for the legendary treasure. Over the years, people searching for the mine have disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Nothing happened while you were gone. Like for me, I had
Yeah.
experienced nothing.
Here's something.
I heard that too now.
Almost sound like whistles or something.
Sounds like something's getting eaten in the bush.
Kind of, yeah. And for a second, I thought it was about to be me.
In this video, Angelo and his friend decided to camp in a remote spot in the Superstition Mountains, hoping to experience its haunted reputation firsthand. From the moment they set up camp, the atmosphere was unsettling. They reported hearing strange noises, growls, and whispers that seemed to come from nowhere.
We're gonna have some fun tonight. This should get pretty spooky. Not only that, but there's like a lot of wilderness out here. We could literally get attacked by Antillians or wild boars out here.
At one point, they even felt like they were being watched, though there was no one else around. To add to the creep factor, they brought along a spirit box, a device often used in paranormal investigations. While using it, they captured some unusual responses, which they believed were tied to the land's haunted past.
I'll turn it on. What? Gene or Sean? Okay. Are any Apaches here?
Stop sign.
Stop sign?
Stop sign.
Is there a stop sign somewhere?
There's no stop sign. Though. There's a bunch of signs here.
Yeah.
There's no camping.
Speak now.
Okay.
I'm really shook.
There's a sign here. It's not a stop sign, but
But the Superstition Mountains aren't just known for ghosts. They're also home to real-life dangers, including rattlesnakes, mountain lions, and flash floods. Despite these risks, treasure hunters continue to flock to the area, lured by the legend of the Lost Dutchman's gold. Some believe the mine is guarded by curses or spirits, punishing those driven by greed or obsession. Even Angelo and his friend couldn't resist wondering if they were near the legendary treasure. The thought of hidden gold, just out of reach, was as exciting as it was eerie.
there might have actually been a house here. Maybe
We're not
that's...
nasty.
So wait, first you say you're evil, and then you say we're not nasty? Burn? Actually, switch hands here for a second.
Hold out your hand.
Okay. Sure. Why? Okay, I just heard something moving over there.
As they sat by the campfire, the conversation turned to the mountain's darker stories, how the obsession with the mine has led some to their doom, and how the unexplained growls and whispers might be more than just wildlife. The mix of fear and curiosity kept them alert through the night.
Yeah, now that you pointed it out, it actually does look like like a chief.
That looks like a chief.
Yeah,
face.
like a native Indian chief's face. We've been taking night shots of it, and it definitely looks
In the end, their trip to the Superstition Mountains was filled with mystery and unease. The legends, combined with the unexplained sounds and their spirit box experience, left them questioning what really haunts these mountains.
that is so creepy. Right?
Dude, there's a possibility that, like, it's 100%
Yeah.
possibility that we're capturing native spirits.
The truth about the Lost Dutchman's gold remains a mystery to this day. Whether it's hidden treasure, ancient spirits, or just the wilderness playing tricks, one thing is certain: the Superstition Mountains are not for the faint of heart. The forest has always been a peaceful place for solo campers, far away from the troubles of the city, with the thick trees and whispering winds that made the place perfect for escape from your life. But today was going to be different. This solo camper, armed with a camera and a van suited for adventure, ventured into a secluded area where cell signals did not exist, and the only company was believed to be nature itself. But there was definitely something out there. This is not going to be the first lone camper to experience some horrifying scene, and neither would he be the last. The thing is that there have been stories of campers seeing seriously weird things, and some even going missing. So this is a hell of a wild bet. Just like in the start of every horror movie, daylight revealed nothing unusual. The camper filmed the forest's serene beauty, sunlight filtering through the leaves, birds flitting from branch to branch, and the distant babble of a hidden stream. But this was no horror movie, as this camper will experience this in real life. The quiet hours passed unnoticed. As dusk fell, however, the atmosphere shifted, shadows stretched longer, the wind grew colder, and the once welcoming trees took on a suspicious presence. The first sound came just after midnight, a soft thud against the side of the van. Half asleep, the camper assumed it was an animal brushing past.
Three children here.
What the Bro. What the
Do you hear like a
Yeah, we both woke up to that shit. 3 children here.
But the noise came again, louder this time, and was soon joined by a faint scraping sound. His heart raced. Animals, he reminded himself. Probably just a raccoon or a deer. Yet, as the noises persisted, with the coordinated frequency and deliberate effort, it is impossible to still believe that it was an animal.
I could see myself in the reflection here of like my screen, and I swear I thought I saw something like shine back. Ah! What the f was that? Yo! Bro, is someone fucking out there? What do you want?
Unable to sleep, he turned on his camera to document the strange occurrences. Stepping outside, flashlight in his hand, he looked carefully at the surrounding area. The beam of light revealed only the towering trees and bush. No footprints, no signs of disturbance, but you could tell it even by how the air felt on your skin. You could tell something was out there, and worst of all, it was watching. With this kind of tension, all peace for this camper disappeared. Back inside the van, he noticed something that sent a shock through him. There were faint but definite handprints on the window, illuminated by the flashlight. The prints weren't there during the day. They weren't smudges from the camper's own hands either. These ones were larger and smeared in a way that suggested they had been pressed against the glass with force. Panic set in, but leaving in the dark seemed just as dangerous as staying. The camper spent the rest of the night wide-eyed, holding his flashlight, waiting for the dawn. When the sun rose, the forest seemed to reclaim its innocence. The handprints had vanished, as though wiped away by an unseen force. The camper wasted no time packing up, vowing never to return to that part of the woods. The camper's experience, though it was very terrifying, isn't entirely unique. There are similar stories of eerie encounters in the woods over the years, some with chilling parallels. In one infamous case, known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, 9 hikers in the Ural Mountains experienced inexplicable phenomena ranging from strange noises to the discovery of their campsite, abandoned under bizarre circumstances. Theories about the event range from natural disasters to military experiments and even UFOs. Psychological factors can amplify the fear of isolation, while experts in environmental psychology argue that solitude in vast, unfamiliar environments often heightens our sensitivity to sound and movement, making ordinary events feel sinister. This experience felt too real to be just some misinterpretation of feelings. Secondly, the detail of the handprints adds an element of mystery that's hard to dismiss as paranoia. A team of people set out for a ghost hunt, and as funny as it may sound, these guys are not joking about it, but what they would find will put the scare on you. The team headed to Cannock Chase for a ghost hunt, setting up camp in an overgrown spot deep in the woods.
I've only got to put it on the wrong way, I think. Yep. No, that's fine. Oh. You alright there?
Oh. Yeah. I'm just making sure it holds.
While exploring at night, they used a spirit communication device made up of an RM pod, cat ball, and a music box. They tried to speak with the spirit, and then it happened. The spirit detector device looked like a joke until they began hearing words that could be understood. They heard voices saying things like, "Leave me alone," and "Graveyards hide secrets." Hearing these words more than once, Sirabim made the team uneasy.
Manipulation.
Manipulation. We're going to try and manipulate us.
They were clearly having that kind of feeling when reality dawns on you. That is the kind of feeling that cuts an adventure short and sends you packing. While walking back toward camp, they thought they saw a shadow figure moving nearby. Fearing someone might be messing with their gear, they rushed back, but everything was where they left it. They couldn't tell if it was an animal or something else, but the experience left them shaken.
No, I left my light on. Water. Where are you? Right, this way.
Using the communication device again, they heard something new words in German. The phrases included, "I lost an arm," "boy," and "here I am." They translated these phrases with an app and guessed they might be linked to the nearby German military graveyard. The team thought the voice might belong to a German soldier or a boy from that time. They asked German-speaking viewers to help confirm the translations, noting that the language shift was one of the strangest moments of the night.
Boy.
Boy. Right. So we've just been messing around. We've sat at camp after what happened. And what did I say? Is there a German soldier there? Because the German graveyard's down the road. Look at this, what it's coming through. Right, so the first one says, "I lost an arm." That's what Google Translate's saying.
That's what it says to that Verstappen or whatever.
The other one, it looks like it's "hello." Jungi, whatever it is.
Jungi.
Yeah.
Boy.
Boy. And let's see what that other one there says.
Let me have a look here.
Bist du beängstigt?
What?
After a restless night, the team got some coffee and talked about what had happened. While packing up, they saw fresh deer tracks close to the camp. They suspected that the deer might have been the one that caused some of the rustling noises they heard earlier.
Hey, look at that. Yo, what's that? Hey, Ming. We've had a visitor in the night.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have we got tracks in the mud?
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah.
That's deer.
It's a deer, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a deer.
They shared how they once tried camping here 2 years ago, but ended up staying alone after the rest of the group left, scared by the creepy atmosphere. This memory gave them even more reason to finish the overnight investigation this time. Before leaving, the team talked about coming back to investigate closer to the military graveyard, given the German words they heard. They asked viewers if they wanted to see this happen, and reminded them to follow their updates for future hunts. This team set up camp in the forest, using tools like a REM pod, cat balls, and a music box to look for ghostly activity. They asked if any spirits were around or needed help, and to their biggest surprise, the devices started lighting up and making sounds in response to their questions. This made them wonder if the spirits were figuring out how to use modern gadgets over time. This team went into the forest, curious in the face of danger. After hearing strange screams, the group moved further into the forest. The sound of echoes made everything creepier, and they couldn't stop suspecting that they were being watched. They called out, but no one or nothing answered. Still, the heavy silence and shadows made them feel more suspicious.
We gotta at least finish the story. It's going off again.
Back at their tents, they tried to rest, but they kept hearing noises. There were soft murmurs and the sound of things moving outside. While the REM pod kept showing activity, nothing major happened the rest of the night.
Hello?
Bro, we've literally scared it off.
Wow.
That was crazy. Oh!
At sunrise, they went over what had happened. The strange atmosphere, weird sounds, and reactions from the REM pod stood out. Though nothing huge happened, they still knew the forest was spooky. They wrapped up by inviting followers to join them for future ghost hunts and other creepy spots. The team shared their thoughts, agreeing that while the night didn't bring clear proof of ghosts, it did leave them curious. They decided to come back with more gear, and maybe a bigger group to see what else they could find. The camper arrived at a remote riverbank, site surrounded by wilderness and rumored to be haunted. There had been tales of miners who vanished without a trace, and unexplainable lights in the sky hung over the area. As the sun set, the river's surface turned glassy, reflecting the twisted image of nearby trees. The camper set up camp, eager yet apprehensive. It started subtly soft rustling in the bushes, then a cough. The camper froze. A cough? Who or what could be out there? Grabbing his flashlights, he scanned the area, but nothing moved. The noises grew louder, and you could tell it was deliberate, a series of sharp thuds, followed by the sound of something large moving through the low bushes. Each time he investigated, the forest seemed empty, as if telling them he were having some mental issues, and he could not find answers. He began using technology to check and be sure this was not all in his mind. Turning to technology for reassurance, he used devices like the Spirit Talker and the Necrophonic app. The results were purely horrifying. The devices produced phrases like impose, kiss, and scary statements like hear my footsteps. Each word told him he was not safe at all, pointing to the strange occurrences around him, making him more scared, even scared of breathing.
I keep hearing something down there. And it's weird because it's not like normal wood noises or forest noises.
Then came the most horrifying moment, a loud, unexplainable bang on his car. Yet, when he inspected the vehicle, there was no damage, no sign of anything that could have caused the sound.
What the was that? Something literally just hit the car. What in the...
As the night wore on, the camper's flashlight began to flicker, even though it was fully charged earlier. This phenomenon repeated with other devices, a true sign of supernatural activities. Meanwhile, the noises outside grew more and more coughing, footsteps, and once, the sound of something or someone running at full speed through the trees. He could tell that someone was around, but the scary question was whether it was human or something else. Deciding enough was enough, the camper packed up to leave, but just as he was about to drive off, he met the peak of the supernatural happenings. A scream tore through the still night, a long, high-pitched wail that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. This finally set him off. Racing down the path, he came to an abrupt stop. A tree had fallen, completely blocking the road. The camper could have sworn that it wasn't there before, with his heart pounding. By this time, it was clear that whatever was around wasn't human. He finally maneuvered around the tree, escaping out of the woods. Even after returning to safety, the camper couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone had followed him home. All these videos are enough signs of paranormal activity, especially in the woods, which makes me question if there is something that attracts these beings to the woods. What do you think it is? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of these spooky videos.